My dreams come true.
Hey, yo, howdy ho, it's JD, and we're back, baby, with Unlicensed Advice. And this week we have a very special guest, my good friend, Roxxy Haze.
Yay! See, now you got me looking at all of them.
There you go.
I hated Heidi Ho. I couldn't.
Oh, fuck you. I don't care. We're not good enough friends for me to care. This isn't me caring right now.
My good friend. Start off on live.
I was about to go off on a tangent because I got shitted on by a quote-unquote friend who called me an acquaintance to my face. They were like, you ain't my friend. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, fuck you too.
We're cordial.
I made a joke that they didn't think was funny. But yeah, you know what it is. Unlicensed, baby. Advice. We're here. We're going to be answering your questions. We're going to be reading them off. We're going to be giving you funny takes. And then we're going to also possibly give you some gems you can go home with. I would love that to happen as well. Okay. Roxy, how are you when it comes to advice?
Oh.
Oh.
Not great. It depends on the subject.
Okay.
Like if it's sex, I'm pretty good. Life, money, no. Things that matter.
You were
no.
like direct comparison to where I'm at.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear what I got to say.
Yeah, $3. Okay,
there we
so
go.
I can't help you with that. But
well, there it is. All right. Well, with that, let's get started. We're gonna reach into the cup of destiny and take one of these questions and read it out loud, and then see what we get.
Why am I nervous?
All right, I'm gonna read it. Here we go.
My allergies.
You said you're nervous or you have allergies?
Both.
It's one of the two?
All of them.
Oh, this might be a good one for you. I'm going to read it out loud. Here we go. I'm a shorter guy. 5'6".
Okay.
So I started wearing shoe lifts.
Oh, my God.
But recently I started talking to this girl who likes my height with the lifts on. We've been out twice, and I hung out with her friends once. I'm taking it slow, and I think it's going well, but we haven't hooked up yet, and I'm nervous that once I take my shoes off and she sees that she's taller than me, she's gonna lose interest. How should I proceed?
So, I didn't know men actually wore shoe lifts till like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was should I tell this story? It's not even that bad. I was smashing this dude at a con. And me and him and his friend were like
wait, me, him, and his friend. Hold
on. No. Me, him, and his friend were like hanging out throughout the weekend or whatever.
Got it.
And so like I had met them together, and I was picking between the taller dude or the shorter dude who was not that short. I was like, I'm still gonna pick the taller guy, right? So when we're all hanging out, I'm noticing like when we're hanging out in my hotel, I'm like, this guy looks shorter than he did when we first met. So I think he had went to the restroom. Some kind of way he left his shoes. I think they might have went down to the con. And he left some shoes. I'm like, them shoes look weird. Like that's not how shoes look. And I looked in the shoes and I was like, oh,
he had some lifts.
He had lifts in there. He had like 3 or 4
goddamn inches.
Yeah, like lifts in there.
That's
I was
crazy.
Like, people like, that's crazy.
Was that the taller dude?
That was the shorter dude.
Oh, thank
God. So he
God.
was still. I would have been pissed. But I was sitting there thinking like, how would I have felt if that was the dude that I was smashing and he really wasn't? I would have been mad.
Why? Wait. Okay, so why would you have been mad?
Because why'd you lie? Like, why'd you do that? Like,
why? What do you mean?
You're not
In
that
what way?
tall. You lied. You physically lied to me.
Now I'm not.
Say
I'm not a misogynistic person.
You're gonna say makeup.
No, well I guess that's what dudes would say. So dudes would say, okay, but you naturally don't look like this. Is it kind of valid? I don't know.
But no.
I feel like there's a difference, but I'm sure any dude who's been in front of his computer for too long is gonna be like, she doesn't look like that, dude. So I don't know, but you would have been upset. This guy, it seems like you kind of gave him the answer. Then how should I proceed?
You gotta keep lying, bro. Like
you gotta wear them. You gotta wear them shoes to the bedroom.
Be like, hey, girls,
you gotta pull a '90s porno tape and wear your Timbs in the bed.
Who's that, Brian Pumper? You just gotta leave him
alone.
Oh
my God. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that I'm not going to act like I know them by name anymore. I don't know them. I forget, but no. I know that That and socks. Dudes will not expose their feet in the bedroom.
Men do not like their feet out. They don't. Why do y'all just not be getting? Do your feet.
I don't know.
You do your feet.
I'll be naked. I just be naked. Dudes nowadays don't even get naked.
They do not be getting naked.
They be like pulling it through the zipper. I'm like, what's happening?
You hate me. To me, that means you hate me.
To say you're insecure with everything, but still and got a shiesty on. But they like, hey man, but she said we could do it, so I'm at least.
And that's on us, because why are we letting them do?
Yeah, why are you letting dudes dressed like Spider-Man get it? Like, that's crazy.
Now that I like, but I feel
or Blank Man
with the towel on.
I guess
it's just I don't know. You just gotta keep the lie going.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", 5'9.5", 5'10".
With shoes on or off?
It's like depends on what.
Okay, 5'10".
5'10".
So then you would like a dude who's probably 6 foot something and higher.
So
probably 6'2" and higher.
I be dating short men. Like
Oh,
I've
okay.
dated men shorter than me, like 5'8", 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
But they're crazier than taller men.
Mm.
So you would think that it's like, oh, we couldn't vibe. I don't care that you're short, but they be caring that they're short. So
Oh, yeah.
they be really, like, as you can see, you're wearing lifts, multiple dates. Like, it's clearly a complex for you. So I don't know. But one of the dudes I'm talking to now, he's like 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
So I do like I get the appeal.
Yeah. So then how would you say this? What's the advice?
You gotta stop talking to her. Like, you just gotta ghost her.
The introducing yourself to the friends, that's the hard part.
I'm definitely finna fire you up if I find out my friend was
you about
dude.
to get flamed because what's the next step is you come, like, what about a day you forget those shoes? You know what I mean? I like these shoes that I'm wearing got some inches. I'm already tall, so I don't care. But I probably am 6'3" in these.
You take them off, it's like,
I guess
you're 6 foot.
Yeah,
I would be hurt. I would be hurt. And we gonna give you a nickname. Like the dude I'm talking about, we still call him Lifty. He doesn't know we call him that.
That's
but
so
yeah,
funny.
now you Lifty in the group chat.
Why do you think as a woman you care about the height of a man in these situations?
You know, I didn't get it because because I'm taller, so I usually don't talk to men that are taller than me. So I never got when women were like, oh, you know, he got to be taller. I didn't get it, but now that I'm talking to somebody taller, I'm like, I like it. You feel like. I be feeling like a small bitch. Like, I don't never get to. I feel petite.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, I feel damsel is that shit. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you can protect me. Like, this shit's sexy. I didn't get it.
Height's a thing.
I like it.
Height's a thing. I don't care about, I guess, those things in the sense. I mean, when I was younger, I for sure had a toxic idea of what a woman should have been. Like, it should have been all kinds of things. I don't care at all anymore. But but then again, there are days where I'll say something out the side of my mouth that's dumb, and my wife would be like, "What'd you say?" And I'd be like, "Nope, not me. I didn't say that." But no, I don't know. This guy, in my opinion, proceeding with caution is the only thing you can do. I don't know.
Maybe one day he takes off one lift and he just progressively starts taking them off, and then it's like, no, I was this tall the whole time.
Yeah, or it's just like, oh man, I've been shaving my kneecaps.
Oh, hit her with the I have some debilitating disease that's making me smaller.
Something.
But now you already lied. Just keep lying.
Now we're going down the cycle. I've always had a wheelchair. I don't know. No, 5 foot. Saying I'm a shorter guy, 5'6". I'm basing that off of how tall I am. So then. You're taller than her with the lifts on, and you hooked up with her. But how much taller is he? Because you can't be that much taller.
So you got to be like 5.
You went from 5'6" to like 5'9", maybe 3 inches.
Yeah.
And she's like 5'4".
Which is also stupid because you were probably taller than her without the lifts.
Yeah, but girls don't care. I've seen them videos. You seen them videos, man, on the street where it's like, am I your type? Ooh, you just a little too short for me. I'm taller than you.
I'm way taller.
I know, but I like my man in the sky.
In the sky. I got a friend that's 5'2", and she's like, I'm not dating anybody under 6 foot. Because I want him to be taller than me with heels on. I'm like, bitch, how high are these heels?
Yeah, that's true.
You wearing 8 inches? You stripping?
No.
You're not. Even with 3-inch heels, he's still way taller than you. It is a thing, though. So.
No, I've seen and I've heard about it. Yeah, so final advice.
Keep lying.
You got to wear them shoes for the rest of your life.
It's just gonna stay.
You can never take them off. And I hope they're good-looking shoes and not like Black Forces or something. That just
always think you robbing somebody.
Always something. Because what if they're just stupid shoes? Like on top of that, what if the shoes don't even make sense for the occasion?
Just going to somebody's funeral.
Yeah,
With
and you
some
got some like
dirty.
what are those cowboy boots with the like studs on them that spin? Like that's
Why were you wearing
these just
that?
my cowboy boots. And then you get an accent. You're at the funeral. Oh, I'm gonna miss Billy. Like I don't
You
know.
did a lot.
Yeah. Maybe lock them doors and turn the light down low.
Yeah,
That's like
that
that.
shit is a hit.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. That's my advice. Here, you want to pick one?
That was
out.
good. That was solid advice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know why I feel obligated to stir it. All right. I don't like. This one's finna piss me off already. I don't like working full time because of the lack of free time. I'm 25. What should I do? Shut the fuck up is what you should do. What are you talking about? Where did I throw this?
That's all. Yeah.
That's what are you talking about? No, who the fuck wants to work for? I hate the youth. What a dumbass thing to write. We're working now.
We are.
Like, what are you talking about? Nobody wants to work full time.
So they're 25. So then if it's 25 and 2025, then it's like they're Gen middle Z. That's not alpha. They're Gen Z. I think they're like lower to middle Gen, or they're probably the lowest, maybe second lowest rank. Gen Z don't like working. Who
does?
No,
though?
but Gen Z smart. They saw everything we did, and they were like, "That,
you don't want to do that.
No thanks.
That doesn't look fun.
That's not what I want to do."
I don't.
What should they do to get their free time?
Work.
Go live with your mama.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally it. Go bum. Go bum off of somebody. You can, because even like people that do OnlyFans, they're still working. Like those are still jobs, and you have to put in like a lot of hours.
I be thinking about that. I'm like, dang, that obviously probably psychologically damaging to a degree unless you just whatever. But some days, if you see a video that on whatever platform and that happens, listen, I'm trying to be very PC about this. I would never, but if you ever saw one, I think about that. It's like, damn, you there, you're doing it, but at the same time, it's like, damn, don't you get tired of this?
It's like, this is a lot of work. What was that lady? It was a video. It was like a documentary, and she was talking about, I think she had sex with like 1,000 men.
The British girls?
Yeah, she was like dead inside.
But they doing that. I don't know who they're doing that for.
That's
not even for their male audience who wants to watch that, dude. Because you know why? Because dudes think that they have this like what is the word, hierarchy of like respect for themselves, where it's like, oh, they'll watch and jerk off, but then as soon as they're done, they're like, ugh,
filth.
Yeah.
That was me last.
Disgusting. How could you? Like,
I'll be feeling nasty when I see it legit like the next morning or someone's like, oh, who was doing that? Me? Like,
yeah.
Swine. But 1,000 dicks is a lot.
In a day, there was like the one girl did 100 in a day, and then there was another girl tried to trump her with like 1,000, and then the other girl was like, "Well, I'll show you. I'll do 1,001 in one day." And then you know that men are the ones who are the most shameful, because them dudes who pulled up all had masks on,
and they were
like
lined.
No, do not tell anyone.
Because how many out like to be the number 999? You know, like you.
Well, it's got to be a. It's got to be a shoot, don't it? Like what it? Don't. You're a lady. I have no idea. I couldn't.
Because I'm like, I done got pounded out. How detailed we going? I done got by one, and then been like, I'm done for the week.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you? They literally just have to be poking in and out. But then after a while, there's no way you're feeling it.
But then you'll see like the follow-up video, and the girl getting, it's sad, it's weird, it's creepy, and she's like, I wanted this. Like, it's really weird. It's so weird. And I remember, because I think I saw someone do a small, what do you call it, commentary on it, and it was like they commented, and then the girl was just saying how, like, there were rules set in place, and then they didn't follow the rules, and I'm like this is gross. I can't watch this. Like,
it's so sad.
And I'm not gonna shame you. Sex work is work, and if you enjoy this, then congratulations.
Full-time work.
Listen,
that's what I'm
saying. She I ain't gonna lie, 1,000 men in, she probably $1 million up. Good for her. But
shit,
that's a lot.
That's a lot going
I don't know how
on.
we got here, by the way, from that question.
Full-time work. I think it was just that everybody's doing full-time work. I mean, if I was going to give some actual advice, if this was a person I knew and they came to me, I was like, I would slap the shit out of them. But the only thing would be like part-time and then find a hobby, or like part-time and then find something that you can do that's also making money.
But the weird thing is they don't even want like a fun side hustle. They just said they wanted free time
I just
back.
want to work.
No.
Oh, I just don't
You want
wanna
free
work.
time back. Sneak free time on your
Yeah.
job.
Because
Like,
even a full-time job is 8 hours. You still have all these other hours after work.
yeah, you have free time.
Hey,
You-
fuck you.
you
I
just-
don't think this pisses me off. Like, cause you don't have no kids. You didn't put none of that
Can I
in
see
there.
it? Did you throw it too
Oh,
far?
yeah,
Let me see.
I almost did.
Hold on. So
Cause it's not like I have all these other obligations. It's just work.
I don't like working full time because of the lack of free time. I'm 25. What should I do? Get a job that's more freeing. Go Uber. Go Lyft.
Yeah, get a remote
or
job.
don't Uber and Lyft. They murder people now.
Yeah.
Go DoorDash.
Ooh.
Dash
Drop that
that
shit off
door.
and go.
Drop off some food at Kim Kardashian's house. Maybe she'll give you a job.
Yeah. See,
Because I seen videos of that DoorDashers ending up at famous people's houses.
Yeah, and they get you a lot of money. But
Well,
then
they
I've heard
get
what
like a
don't.
big tip, but it's like they don't take advantage of the moment. They get back on the internet and they're like, "Oh my God, you won't believe who who gives a fuck who you DoorDash for? You should have been like, hey, I've got."
Hey, I got a
I'd have been at the door and been like, "Listen, do y'all need somebody to run your marketing
You need a
or
thing?
social media,
I used
or just run? Do you want me to just be your personal DoorDash?
Let me do it.
Because they'll pay you more than
Take
DoorDash."
advantage of opportunities. Now, I've gotten in trouble at job. There was a restaurant in Houston I worked at where like famous people would come in, and I would try to go over there and like get a job. And
Well, that's unprofessional.
I'm like, hey, y'all.
Now you know I do comedy as you're serving them their fucking
I
steaks.
will be handing my business.
Listen, girl.
Who was it? Emmanuel Lewis. I met him.
The one that Michael Jackson was hanging out with.
Yeah.
The little dude.
He did not take the business card at all.
That's so random. Emmanuel Lewis.
He was just in the corner. They had him at the big table.
He probably looking at you like, the fuck
I
I'm gonna
need
do
a
for you.
job.
It's like him and Gary Coleman. They're like, we in a very specific lane. We got no work for anyone else. That's very funny.
Yeah, he didn't give me shit.
Emmanuel Lewis. How long ago did he pass away?
He died?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh.
He for sure is
Well,
dead. He's
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm mad about a job.
Tiny people. Tiny people.
Damn.
Half their life is cut in half.
That's crazy.
'Cause they
What's his face been around a
small.
minute?
I'm playing who?
Wee Man.
Well, we man skateboards.
So it adds years.
That activity.
Oh, you're right.
When you're not pulling 800, what's it called? And you just
Who the big head one from Game of Thrones?
oh yeah, Peter Dinklage.
He been around for a minute.
He's working.
So when you don't work,
riding
you die.
dragons.
So that should be the advice. When you don't work, you die.
Yeah.
That's what we're taking from this.
Yeah, that's actually great. We'll take that.
You don't work, you die.
When you don't work, you die. That's funny.
Crazy.
All right, let me see.
I want Gen Z questions.
I keep getting these long ass ones.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. Are you sure? No, I know Gary Coleman did. Emmanuel Lewis, are you sure he's not dead?
We just put a fucking pack on his
We
head.
just put him in the grave. Bro, send him this episode.
Yeah,
Insane.
Just put death upon.
He's 54? Wow.
He's like, I just don't want to do.
He's going to be laughing when we die.
Shut your dumb ass up, tall motherfucker.
I don't know why he talks like that.
Why is that his voice?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy. I'm glad we fact checked that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm not. I don't think we needed to do that. It was funnier when he was dead. It's way funnier when he was dead. Now I feel bad.
Shit.
All right, cool.
Long question.
Are we good? Everybody good? We good?
That was hilarious.
All right, I got one. Here we go. So, I recently started. Now it's about side hustles. Okay, I recently started a side hustle doing affiliate marketing on TikTok, but the product I've been having the most success with is kind of embarrassing, and I'm worried because it's only a matter of time before my friends and family see them. My videos are just promotions. I don't want people to think I'm actually doing the stuff I'm promoting. Well, it ain't too lewd because it's on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's on the TikTok shop. So I don't know what it is, but it could just be one of them like videos where it's like, get yourself a slime. Like, whoa, look at this slime. I don't know. I'm not sure.
What is the thing?
I'm not sure what the thing is, but they're embarrassed enough that their family might see it. But I would just say, man, F
I'm
your
making this
family.
money. Yeah, I don't give a
F
fuck.
your family. Are you becoming successful? Are they watching
getting
you
this bread.
succeed and then judging? time to cut some people off. I don't know.
Also, as comedians, I think we don't have shame. You can't have shame. You go on stage and try to make people, and sometimes they don't laugh, and you're standing up there while they're not laughing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what shame is.
I think it's just like, also, I don't make stuff for my family.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Y'all aren't my target audience.
No,
Y'all
they're
aren't
not.
paying me.
Like, if you see something, good for you. I hope you had a good day.
I wish somebody would say something about what I'm doing. Also, most of my family's dead, so I don't have that. Who gonna say something? From the
Emmanuel
grave?
Lewis, come up your ass.
Do the voice again.
Yeah, get your dumb ass, motherfucker.
That's not how he sounds.
That's how he sounds. No, that's not how he sounds.
That's
No,
not his voice.
no, he's probably, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you
I
should
don't know.
keep TikTok shopping.
Who gonna tell me? Like,
If you're especially if it's working out, because they're making it sound like, oh, it's starting to work out and it's getting more publicity, and I'm afraid that if it gets too big,
I want to know what the product, because I've done
Yeah.
some TikTok stuff and like commercials and stuff.
Mhm.
I did one for it was like a sex app, not a sex app.
Mm.
It was like audiobook, sex audiobooks.
That's an
It was
app.
something like that.
No, I'm kidding.
So it was fine. It had some hits on there. It's like ASMR audio stuff.
That had those wild and crazy
Yeah.
books from like that one illustrator who's like, the girl who got caught up by
With a werewolf.
by the car in the parking lot.
It'll be like those. But it was like DIY, like people were doing them themselves. So some of them were actually really good.
Oh my god.
But some of them were like crazy. It was a dude that did one and it was like thrashing my dick underwater. So you just heard like splashing, like he was going crazy. And it was 45 minutes and it was like one of the
and
top
he had to
rated.
read it out loud as
No,
an
he
audiobook.
was just like, yeah, I'm going in, because we had to listen to it on the commercial.
45 minutes of splashing.
Splashing yourself underwater,
What
going
is that
crazy.
Just
Yeah, it was-
what?
And he was talking too.
That's
So I'm like,
hilarious.
if you're doing that, I could see being
And
like,
then
I don't
he had to
want
read
family.
the audio. But there was a friend on
Wild.
man, this dude had a joke on this comedy show I just did, and it was very funny. I think his name was it's in my phone because I don't want to mess this up and ruin his joke. His name is a New York comic. Bro's name was, where is this? Sahib Singh. Okay, yeah, bro. He had a joke about how I guess there's an Audible for just people, like in the sense of like, you know how there's audiobooks professional for people who are actually like legitimate, like best-selling book authors, and they read their book out loud, like whatever, like the Will Smith one he did.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a casual one where people who write books who are not super popular
You
and
can just get on
published,
there.
you can get on there and you can read it. Or no, it's just a cheaper version where normal people read the audiobooks for you, but then they'll be reading them in real time and they'll be reacting to them, and they'll be like,
Oh shit.
"Oh wow, that's crazy!" Yeah. So they have their own like reactions and remarks,
That's
and
hilarious.
they possibly can't read too well, so sometimes they'll flub.
The cat had a
Yeah.
dog. Nah.
I don't know, but
I don't like
that
that.
just made me think of that.
Ugh.
That's just very silly. But yeah, I don't know. I would say keep making your TikTok
You
money.
make your money.
Yeah.
Money
If
will
you can make
fail.
money on the internet in any capacity, I think go for it.
I think because also all of this shit is embarrassing and all of it's slightly shameful. Like we're all just doing what we need to do to.
At
make
the end
this
of the
money.
day, the algorithm ain't feeding your videos to your family anyway.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
tell you
really
that
not.
much. That's the
My
funny
friends
thing.
don't never see. They're like, "Oh, you have a tour?" I'm like, "Yeah, bitch."
When you follow a person, that's when you lose them. That's when they don't come up in your stuff
You don't
anymore.
never- oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
My allergies. Even on Instagram now, is saying like, "Oh, we're not sharing this with like people that follow you. We're sharing with more of your non-followers."
Well,
and
that's
stuff
what you
like that.
want anyway. But more or less, you have to like on every platform, you need to click the following button. So if it's TikTok, there's like that's why people are like, I never see your videos, and it's like because you don't ever swipe past For You.
Oh,
The For You,
yeah.
it's because it has For You, the STEM, which is like the science stuff. They have live, and then they have the following section. Nobody ever goes over
I
to the
did not.
following section and go watch their friends make their stuff. They're just like, oh, I guess I just gave them a free follow. Same with Instagram. You have to like press Instagram at the top left, and it'll come up with following or like chronological. YouTube, you
That's
have to go to your
crazy.
subscriptions to see what you
Yep.
actually subscribe to because it's
Which is-
there.
Which is wild.
They're
So what
all
am I
fe-
subscribing? They're following for.
Well, I think it's like back in the day that actually was their type of like platform and blueprint, but nowadays everybody has just seen the benefit of an algorithm not really forcing, but curating enough stuff to keep people on the app. Because that's what it is.
Okay,
Every time you're on an app, you see it and you're like, oh, that video sounds interesting. I'll watch that. I do that a lot. Like I'll be on the homepage and it's nothing I'm following, but then I'll see these titles that make me go, yeah, I'll save it to
You got me.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll save it to watch later. I'll save this to watch later and never watch it. So I don't know. It's
just a piled up stuff.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of weird like content strategy videos and who really won between Drake versus Kendrick, like stupid ass stuff, and how to get over anxiety in 5 seconds. It's like it's very stupid videos. How this one tech dude took $2 billion down to 6.
They be lying. I'm like, that's not even what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Or it'll be drama. I'll be like, let me put all my drama in a little drama folder, and I'll come back to this later.
I do like watching the celebrity drama, and it's usually celebrities I don't care about at all.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to watch the ones I know are like, that's getting weird too, because now I'm starting to know people, and I'm like, oh, that's what's going on with you. Like,
sometimes I'll watch those videos. I just won't publicly comment on it because I'm like, we still homies.
I gotta see you tomorrow.
Yeah. So it'd be like that, seriously. Your turn.
If it's another motherfucking job, just work. Everybody work.
Everybody working.
Turn the fuck out this cut. All right. Listen. I caught my hands big, so it's hard to hold these little things. I caught my son vaping. When I asked him about it, he just asked if I wanted a hit.
That's funny.
He don't respect you at all. I took the vape away from him, but I know he's just gonna get another one. How do I convince him to stop? Whoop his ass. Now I am not for I'm not for corporal punishment. I don't whoop my daughter, but if you vaping in my face and then like, hey, you want some, we're past the point of conversation. Especially,
if you're not aware that he's vaping to begin with. I was going to say vaping is like what? Kids' cigarettes now, right? Isn't that what it is? It's not weed. It's literally like nicotine.
And
but
it's like I forgot how many.
Way more addictive or something.
Yeah, and they said it's like way, like 20, 30 times. It's like you're smoking like 30 cigarettes pretty much like in one vape.
But it's I feel like I see kids doing it all the time.
Yeah,
like,
it's bad.
So they're not old enough to be doing it, but they do it in public and are just like, who's gonna stop me?
They just be having them. Like they'll buy them from people. So like one of my daughter's friends got caught at school with some vapes and like she got in trouble. But she like tried to hide all the vapes and get rid of all the vapes. All the kids be telling me shit. I'm not even.
It doesn't feel as bad as cigarettes.
And
in my
tastes
head.
like
tastes like strawberries.
Yeah, like
and
candy.
shit.
Like they're literally marketing this shit to kids.
That's crazy.
And they'll have like 50 vape, like 100. Like this little girl had a lot of vape.
That's an addict.
Yo, yeah. Because it's also like it's the cool thing now. It's like, oh yeah, I got all these cute. They're like cute. They be putting charms and shit on them.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around. Because I never really ever I never smoked cigarettes.
That shit stank.
Yeah, it was never like, but also it was one of them things where it's like, it was promoted in a way where we knew it was bad.
Yeah.
So like if you did it, then either you were compensating and you were trying to show that you were cool or older, or we just thought, well, they're going to die early. That's just, I think that was the mindset.
They started marketing more like anti-cigarette stuff too in like 90s, late 80s and stuff. Because like generation before was like, yeah, this is the cool thing. This
Marlboro,
is the cool kid. Yeah, like Camel and shit.
Yeah.
But then now they were, because they were showing us like the scary, like the lady.
We were getting all the truth.
Like, I can smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I remember that lady. That lady with the hole in her neck.
Yo, that
I don't know what y'all think this shit is, but this is not fun.
I'm not trying to be rude, by the way. I'm just saying that's exactly
that was
the commercial.
And I'm like, I smoke weed, but I never smoke cigarettes because like that terrified me.
Yeah, that
between your cartoons.
That was right. Yeah, coming up next on Dexter's Laboratory.
Nah, Lizzie.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's fucking
no,
crazy.
yeah, that commercial was the one because I remember that hole in her neck. I'd be like, please change it. I felt like that scene in the movie where the eyes are. I'm like, I can't see this.
No, thank you. But there's nothing for like that for vapes.
Yeah, but there was also. It's just that cigarettes were never like these are like candy. Have bubble gum tobacco. This, that, and the third. Yeah, I don't know why I thought vapes were like baby weed, but I would have been all right with get that.
They do have some, like the weed vapes and stuff like that, but those
they
are like,
do? Okay.
yeah, I got one in my purse.
No,
but yeah,
weed vapes are okay. Weed vapes are okay,
but they're built different too. Like the vapes that the kids be having be like them little box.
But you're just giving yourself like anxiety and insecurity with tobacco. Now, last time I checked, tobacco don't give you like a high. Like it gives you like there is like some sort of like.
I think they said it's like it's supposed to be like
a
calming effect.
True, because I do have friends in comedy who smoke, and I was like,
"What are you doing?"
Well, definitely what are you doing? Because it's like you're talented. So like, are you trying to die early? But sometimes they are. I don't know. But I have a lot of friends who do it because they said that they still have anxiety getting on stage. And I'm like, bro, you gotta kick that. Like, I'm looking at them like, what? You've been doing it too long.
Not
I'm
the
like,
judgmental.
I'm like, yeah.
Still?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, don't make it. I'm like, don't. That can't be the excuse now. You're a smoker. Let's just call it what it is.
You've been doing this 30 years. Let it go. I mean, there's always some type of nerves, but also like you said, you've been doing it. So just fucking go on the stage. Like you're either gonna do good or you're not.
But I mean, but if you're a smoker, you're a smoker. I got an uncle who he's 74. He's been smoking since he was 7.
God damn.
From Detroit, 1950 something.
Oh,
19. Yeah. So he looking at me like, we been doing this, brother. What you mean?
I ain't finna stop.
Yeah.
Like they don't be giving a shit.
No, but he should stop. He should, because the doctor told him you need to, you have to, and I believe he's like weaned himself down, but he's addicted, and I don't think anybody in his family.
They were saying too, it's something about like the motion, like they get used to like the motion of that kind of thing. I don't know. It's all fucking weird, and they don't. I've tried a vape. I don't get it. It tastes sticky. It tastes nasty. I don't know, but whoop his ass would be what I would say. Cause what else can you do? Take him to rehab?
I'm trying to think. Well, I guess how deep. Well, if he's comfortable, like you said, no respect.
Hey, mama.
Hey, I've been doing this. But if you really gonna judge me, why don't you try it first?
See before you tell me what. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is there another parent around? Is there?
Doesn't sound like it. No disrespect.
Send them somewhere. I don't know. Do people still send their kids to boot camp and shit?
I don't. Though, I think this is partly why I don't have kids, is because if kids and or young adults and or teenagers or adults want to do something, they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it and they'll find a way.
You tell me. You have a 16-year-old daughter. Have you had a situation like this?
Not like this. The worst thing she's done, I'm telling you your business. The worst thing she's done was her stupid ass, and because this was stupid. And me and my child have a great relationship. Like, great. We cool. We talk. I know all her friends' business because they talk to me. And she still did some goofy shit. She got her fucking nose pierced in the bathroom at school. She got a septum piercing at school. Now, this is why it was stupid. She got the septum piercing, which was already dumb. I was on set, so she was like calling, trying to see how long it was going to take me to get home because it got stuck. So she was just like, hey, how long are you going to be on? Do you need me to wash the dishes? So I already knew something was up. And so I was like, I think I'm going to be home like 2-3 hours, but I really was like gonna be home in like 30 minutes because I know you're doing something. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna be laying down, like my head hurts, my nose hurts, so if you come home when I'm in the room, I'm just laying down because I don't feel good. And I'm like, okay. So I come home and she had like locked the door and like put the deadbolt on the door. So I'm like, what I don't know how I know. I'm like, I know she did something where I could physically see it, and she had been asking for a piercing, and I'm like, if I come in the house and she didn't pierce some shit, I'm gonna lose it. And so she fucking opens the door and she's like, okay, I don't feel good. Got like a blanket over her head. And I grab her shoulder and turn her around. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, my head hurt and my nose started bleeding. That's what she said. Like my nose was dry and it started bleeding. And I pulled the blanket down. She had the fucking septum piercing and she just immediately started crying. She's like, I can't get it out. It's stuck. I don't whoop my kid, but I cussed her ass out. I don't curse at her like that either. So she was just like shaking and shit, like, so I had to take the nose piercing out. I called like her uncle. I do fit like psychological warfare with my child. I've been doing that for a while. Like, she doesn't like getting embarrassed. She doesn't like people like knowing what's going on. So I called everybody that she like respects, and I was like, yeah, she did this stupid ass shit. So I'm calling 10 people and she's just bawling every time. So I haven't had any problems, but it is still like, if you're like, hey, don't talk to that friend, they'll still try to find a way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You just gotta kind of put the fear in them when they little. Like, it is kind of like he doesn't respect you, which means he hasn't been respecting you, which means like it's kind of late now. Like, If
Yeah,
it's to that point,
like you would need to bring over the lady from the commercial.
yeah, like, hey, you gotta keep vaping. Like, it has to be.
Hey, this is your Aunt Gladys.
This the little one won't die doing what I'm dying to.
Yeah,
Cause are you giving him the money for the vapes too? Cause that'd be my thing. It's like, how are these kids affording that? Cause they're not working.
You don't know that. They might have a little side hustle at school we don't know about. I don't know what they doing.
I don't know what's up.
Not...
But my daughter's friend, like the mom, be giving her $100, $200. I'm like, why are you giving her all this money?
That's a lot of money.
And she's fucking buying vapes and then be like, don't buy.
I don't know. Hopefully they're doing something respectable. Like I had a friend who he used to hustle candy at school.
Yeah.
He was making like
he was making
like $5,000 a month.
$5,000?
It was drug peddling of candy. It was my boy. He's an A&R now at Def Jam, or he's I don't know if he's still there, but he's an A&R rep now. But he had an entrepreneurial mind. He had an entrepreneurial mindset at a young age. We were like 14, and he was flipping candy at school, and they told him to stop doing it because he was taking money out of the school because they weren't making no sales at their little kiosk.
That's some hating ass
Oh,
shit.
super hating. He would go to Smart and Final with his mom, ask could he buy a bunch of candy. He would take it to school. He would start flipping it. Eventually, so many people wanted it, he had to hire people.
Oh, he built an actual business.
He built a business. He would say, I'm going to give you 25 at the end of the day to 5 people or something like that. And then by the end of the week, he's like, bro, I was going home with like $3,000 every Friday.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
3,000? I'd never seen $1,000 when I was 14. I was like, what are you talking about?
Like when you get like $20 as a kid, you're like, oh, this shit's crazy.
No.
I tried to do businesses twice, 2 or 3 times, and they never, I just ain't had that. I did like cutting grass. We cut like 2 lawns. Me and my friend was like, we're girls. What are we doing? I got titties. I'm not doing this. And then I tried the candy thing. So I like stole. So I was like, I'm going to have some startup money. So I stole some money from my sister. And then I saw a dude filling the vending machine. And I was like, hey, I'm going to give you this bread. Give me all these Skittles. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm going to flip them. And then I ate them all. Like I got like 50 packs of the tropical Skittles.
Bruh, that's so fucking stupid. Hey, please tell that on stage. That is so
That
funny.
hieroglyphics joke you told me to tell is doing good too on my phone. So.
Oh, I forgot which one I told you. No, that I'm gonna text you that
okay,
right now. Okay, that was so funny. I started a candy business in school, and I didn't get far enough because I ate the candy.
I ate all of that shit.
That's so dumb.
And it was like 50 packs of Skittles. Like the Skittles weren't even that good.
But you ate them all after the first one was bad.
Yo, I was like, hey. We here now, baby. Don't get high on your own supply. I did.
Oh my god.
I did. I used to do that with the. Did y'all have to sell the candy like they go door to door type thing? Like we're trying to raise
those
money.
ones. They never get. I feel like they're not doing. I mean, that's more through the school. The school tells you to do that so that you can get some sort of like I don't know. You can go on some trip or something.
I used to eat all that shit too.
Yeah, those hustles aren't good though, because that's like more. You're just guilting people who have money into buying it, compared to. Take advantage of dumb young people who have extra money from their parents on campus. That's what my friend was doing. It was like people couldn't get some of these. He would have like sour belts and have sour punch.
He had exclusive.
Well, he went and got it, put it in his locker, and then it's like I got candy you can't get at school, and everybody got that's like our.
He was doing that. What was that American Gangster? Was it Blue Magic?
I guess he was on his Breaking Bad early. He was like, the blue meth.
Yeah, I can't get this.
Literally, they ain't got ring pops.
Yo, a ring! I would have went crazy.
No, I'm saying so. Now think about that when you're like in middle school. I think it was definitely high school when it happened, but you're in high school and it's like, dang man, I want a snack. You're at lunch, and then you see somebody who has something. You're like, yo, where'd you get Reese's cups? And it's like, oh, what's the name? Sell them. He's like, how much? It's like, oh, he's selling for like $1.25. So you mark them up a bit. Because they probably only worth whatever back in, I don't know.
50 cents or something.
Maybe. I don't know. It was a very smart business thing. And the next thing you know, he was making real money. And I was like, that's.
$3K in high school?
Yeah. I remember him telling me, he was like, oh yeah, I made like my first like 10, 15,000 at school. I was like, what?
I still haven't made that.
Yeah. I'm like, excuse me? What's happening? But yeah, no, I don't know. Vapes, don't smoke them.
Yeah. What do you do?
Let them die. Your child gotta go. But like, or they'll, you know what it is? I feel like in this day and age, things ain't as bad as they used to be. Like, you gotta be like, if they don't smoke that often, then they're just these fake ass plants giving you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
No,
Coke. No, go ahead.
no. I feel like if you're just, I don't know. There's nothing you really can do. The kid, no, you can do something. I'm
You're
tripping.
like, hey.
I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
You just like, let him die.
Or
Fuck it, make another
no, I
one.
guess yeah. It's just got it's got to get to the point where it's bad enough for them, kind of like how your daughter had the thing in the nose. Also, I'm surprised your daughter didn't go to Claire's.
That's
the part that's crazy to me.
This is what pissed me off.
Critical thinking.
I already told her, I'm like, hey, I will take, like, when you're like 17, 18, because I'm like, she's 16, that's next year. We will go to a piercer or go to a tattooer because I want you to have an actual person that knows what they're doing and give you the aftercare.
Yeah.
And she was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna. But that's what it is. Kids just want to rebel, I feel like sometimes.
Well, they just want it on their time and their terms. So it's
so
like, I'm not
fucking
waiting
stupid.
an extra 365 days.
How dare you? And you're gonna pay for it? No, I'm gonna get in this fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, what was the girl's name? She was like,
Who's the
Maria.
piercer?
It was some girl named. She didn't even know the girl. Her friend. This is what I forgot. This part. This would piss me off. Her and her friend went to go do it. Her friend knew the girl. The friend that took her didn't even go do it. I was like, so you the dumbass that went to go do it. Your friend was like, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, that's wild.
These kids are stupid. But I think, I don't know. You just gotta talk. I don't know what you can do.
I mean, I think you gotta. Well, you have to talk. Like my mom always did this, but it didn't matter because I wasn't like a kid who really rebelled too much. But it was just one of those things where she was like, I remember I said this on stage one time. I was like, my mom was would always tell me, you know, if you want to do drugs, come do drugs with me. Come home and do drugs.
You gonna blow my
at the
high.
house. I was like, I'm not doing drugs with you, you weirdo. I was like, you're a fucking loser. I'm not doing them at home. You think this is some sort of cool thing you're telling me? Well, she was like, I just remember her telling me, like, if you want to smoke weed, if you want to try stuff, because you know why? Because your parents will have a history, and I'm sure similar to you and your daughter and maybe your parents, they have a whole history they don't want to tell you about until it's finally convenient.
Yeah.
Or you finally do something that's like, oh, you done did that cocaine, huh? How you feel? Like, and it's like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, we were doing that so much. And it's like, you know, you get that conversation. And it's like, wait, you did cocaine? It's like, I did hordes of cocaine.
Like, I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah, now it's not cool. My parents did it. But yeah, no, I remember that was why my mom would pitch it like that. She would be like, if you want to smoke weed or do this or try that, you know, come to the house. And I was like, one, I genuinely don't have any interest in doing that. Like I wasn't like, I feel like I was almost like a straight edge type of dude when I was younger. Like I remember it was like a girlfriend who got me to drink my first like thing of alcohol, and she was like, just have some. I was like, I don't want any, I'm good. Stop peer pressuring me. Leave me alone. And you know, I'm her boyfriend, so she's just like, oh god, I wish this dude was just short and wearing 5 foot flats. got a tall straight edge dude. What a weirdo. But yeah, I don't know, I just remember being like, so I was like, I'd be like the dude who'd be like, I don't need drugs to have fun. Like, I don't need alcohol to have fun.
I have fun. I have a good life.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm the life of the party. But no, yeah, I don't know. That's I feel like you might just need a puff pass at this point.
Yeah, like maybe get introduced him to some weed. So I started smoking weed. I did know my dad did coke. I found out he did coke. I heard him talking about it before.
Yeah.
But also I just recently talked about this, so I'm like, I don't want people to keep thinking I just keep bringing this up. It is on topic. My parents were swingers and shit, so like I found out that they did a lot of different stuff when I was younger, and so I think for me it was that I'm like, they already did drugs and coke and all of that, so like that shit just wasn't cool.
And swung.
Yeah, that's a whole.
The moment you say swung, I'm under the impression you've done everything.
You had to. You had in the 80s.
And you know what's funny? They wanted to die with that secret. They did not want to tell you. For the love of God, you probably walked in on accident where it was like, man, girl, remember back when we was, ooh, girl, that was
I found a tape. It's a whole thing.
Tape
I don't want to go.
Crazy.
Found a tape.
That's
I
another
found
joke,
some Polaroids. Yeah, I'm writing a joke about it. My brother called us children of the porn. And I was like,
hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, I'm definitely using that. But
man,
yeah, like once you know that, it's not cool.
You got great material to pull from. I feel like my life is. I mean, I got some stuff, but I need to write it down.
We just called your mama a loser. That's pretty hilarious.
It was just. Also, I feel like I made her sound like she's a white woman. That's just my mom is just she's just from the bougie East Coast. She's black, but it's just
that makes sense.
No, that's funny. Oh man, did you pull that last one?
Yeah.
How many are we pulling? Are we pulling one more? Because I feel like we've been yapping for
I'm
so long.
Like, I'm having a great time.
I don't know why.
It keeps leaning.
I want it there because I keep seeing your. It don't matter now. We're already 45 minutes in.
I'm like, I'm loud, so.
No, you're good.
Ah.
Oh my god. Also, I don't know why I wore this jacket. I'm sweating like an idiot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Looks nice.
I know. That was the point. Here we go. Question number, not going to say a number. Here we go. I'm not a cat person, but my wife has been begging for a cat for ages.
What is this voice?
So I finally caved in. Shut up. Now we have a cat, but it fucking hates me. Every time I pet it or try to pick it up, I get clawed.
Damn.
My wife saying it's my fault that the cat doesn't like me. Well, bitch. And I feel like I'm losing her trust because of the cat.
Oh.
What should I do?
Well, y'all got a fragile ass relationship. Let's start there.
Yeah,
Like-
what are we talking about? But no, I kind of empathize with this guy because we have a cat, and I used to kind of feel this.
The cat didn't like you?
No, the cat would never fucking spayed, was never fixed. So it was a wild ass, no disrespect to my wife and our cat. Alley Cat is where, because it was in downtown where she found the cat was.
Oh, she like literally got it off the street?
No, the cat belonged to some homeless dude in downtown. And the homeless dude had like a litter of cats. And I think my wife knows where like one of our cat's brothers or sisters is at. I don't know. But her friends took it in and adopted it. But then they weren't treating the cat. Not necessarily, not like treating it bad. They weren't taking care of it because they also had a dog. So the cat had to stay in the bathroom all the time.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like you kind of confide the cat for its entire life. That's kind of like you might as well just let it stay with the homeless dude. So I think one day they were like, maybe if you want to take the cat, you can. And we love the cat. It's a beautiful cat. Her name's Drea. I love her. But I will say she had never been spayed or, whatever, neutered, I guess, up until... Shit, I met my wife in 2010. She got the cat between like 2011 to 12. The cat never got spayed till like 2017.
God dang.
So it was like 6 years.
He's out here being hot in the pants.
Yeah. So the cat, and that's the thing. The cat, in heat, making all kinds of like noises because it's trying to get fucked. It was crazy. I forget that's why that's what that was.
I didn't know till I got a cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I had to give it back. I was allergic, but yeah, I didn't know that's why they be doing that. Like they really trying to get some dick.
You and the cat. You just saying that. I forgot. I didn't know I was allergic. Just made me laugh. Yeah, I got a cat. Not anymore. It's gone. But
RJ.
No. So yeah, the cat. But yeah, I kind of empathize with this because. He's saying that he caved in on the cat. I don't know why you're getting clawed by the cat unless it also has not been neutered and gone or spayed.
So they'll attack if they're like.
It's not that they attack. It's just one of them things where it's like it's on. You gotta let a cat live its life. You're an accessory to the cat. So I don't ever. I mean, I'll pick up the cat because me and the cat we have a bond and a relationship
so
now.
Cool.
But it's one of them things where it's like it's like they'll hit you with a fake out where it's like. The cat will lay with you and enjoy your space and time, or at least for me, would do that. But then the cat would have like irrational, just like moments. Because I remember one time the cat scratched me in the damn face when I was laying in bed, and I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? But it's like the cat will want to lay on your chest and then will want you to like. Rub their head or scratch under their chin, but don't be on your phone because they know that you're not giving it attention.
Oh shit!
And don't have like loud noises next to it because they're like, hey, it's bedtime. Turn that shit down. Get off TikTok.
We on schedule. What we doing?
Yeah. So and
Damn.
then and then sometimes
They
they'll
really
want
running y'all
to
like that, huh?
yeah. And then sometimes they'll like want to spray on stuff and that that's more of like a territorial thing. I think more boy cats do that than girl cats, but I understand what this guy's kind of going through. But at the end of the day. One, get the cat spayed, unless you wanted to become a mother and have kids with some sort of boy cat. I doubt they bring in a second cat to the house.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And and it's one of those things where it is kind of weird because after the cat has been, fixed at the whatever you call it, the vet, it is kind of weird because there is like it almost. I don't want to call it like lobotomizing them, but it kind of feels like they're a different cat. And it kind of throws you off where you're like, Oh no.
Did I fuck
Did
up your
we?
life?
Did I murder one of your lives, one of your 9 lives, and now you're a completely different animal?
Because you took away its horny.
I guess. Well, it's still be horny.
Really?
It just can't do. I don't know. I feel like it'd still be horny.
Because my dog, because I adopted my dog from the shelter, so you got to do the thing.
Yeah.
But she been but I think dogs are just different.
I don't know why we
She
have
chilling.
to. I don't like. We have to do that for what? Because we domesticating them? Because it feels like we are.
Why do they?
Murderers.
It's
Or I mean, like, let's be real. Those are little slaves. That's what animals are.
I'll be
Goldfish trapped in what they think the ocean is.
getting small around here. I do. Now you're making me feel bad so I'll put
That's what pets are.
if I don't feel like getting up, I'll call my dog
To get you up?
No.
Talking about?
So like if I'm trying to give my daughter somewhere, I just don't feel like handing it to her. I'll like put it in my dog's thing or like tie it to her at least.
Oh,
Like
that's
tie
a
it to
smart
her collar.
dog.
Yeah, she just walk.
And or a little butler.
Come here, Jenkins. But yeah, I do. Why? I think it's something to do with like they don't want them if they're like strays or like we don't want you procreating and making more strays. But if I adopted it now, then it's not a stray no more, right?
I don't know. I think it's just the differences between different countries. Like in I think Istanbul, they let their cats run free. They're just a part of society. And then out here, if we got too many animals, we like we
They be
we
killing
murking
them.
them.
Yo, they do be just killing.
Well, they
them,
try
putting
to.
them to sleep.
What is the word for? They
Euthanize.
that word don't sound like that.
That ain't
that's,
youth.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's the goddamn trick. Put you in the trick bag. That's what that
We're
is.
gonna
Right
euthanize
there.
you.
Yeah,
We're
euthanize.
rejuvenated after. Now.
Yeah, that's what it
Right.
sounds like. It sounds like, oh, you're gonna let them relive life. You know what it sounds
Go to
like?
the
It sounds
spa.
like down evolutioning, like evolving Pokemon. That's what it sounds like.
Give it the
De-evolution.
little.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna put him back and make him a Charmander? Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going dead. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would say.
How does conflict work in marriage? As a person that has never been married and don't be with people long time, how I don't know how that works because I would just be like, hey, I don't like this fucking cat. I'm gonna leave. But how does it
compromise?
What is that? I don't know. What does that look like? If it's beating my ass though, that's what, like the cat's beating.
Excuse me, what? You saying if the cat's fighting
He
you?
was like the cat's beating my whatever he said.
Yeah, no.
He said the cat's beating my ass.
He said
like,
the cat. Every time I try to pick it up, I get clawed. Well, that's what
cat's beating my ass.
I would say, and it is. I do kind of get this because my wife used to think that our dog didn't like her.
What was it doing?
I would have to have
come
her
in.
give this explanation, but basically the dog would just be like the dog had more of a bond with me.
Okay.
And even now it's kind of funny because I think she thinks our cat has more of a bond with me. So there's a part of her that's even more annoyed about that because the cat, the dog, I mean, rest in peace to my little dog, but he was just a whiny little puggle. Pug and a beagle, so always yapping, always making noise, always wanting food, and he would behave with me to a certain extent, but with my wife he wouldn't behave at all. And like he wouldn't do crazy stuff, he would just be loud, noisy, obnoxious, like just it's just one of the things where she did not have, I guess, whatever that authority was
That
over
temperament.
him. And then with the cat, me and the cat, we're chill, it's cool, but I'm reading this and he's saying every time I pick it up, and it's like, why are you picking it up?
Oh,
that's
leave
my
it
question.
alone.
Well, that's my question because like when my thing is when I have guests over, I'll be like, oh, there's our cat. Don't touch her, but if she comes to you, let her do her
Say
thing.
what's up.
Let her do her thing, let her rub on you, and then let her go because cats aren't like dogs where you can just pick them up and it's like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's why they
Get out its face.
no, I'm just saying cats
Yeah.
live their lives. If anything, we're the ones who are domesticated in that relationship. So, but it's funny because even my wife, because she likes spending time with the cat, holding the cat, petting the cat. And there's times where I see the cat not want.
And it's like.
Yeah, it's very much, yeah. Like, the cat will pester you to feed it just so it can know that you did it. Like, I don't even want that food.
Like, yeah.
Good job,
do
human.
it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would say, man, you just gotta. The part about him, I'm losing her trust because of the cat is
It's like, this ain't the cat. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
What'd you do before the cat? Your ass cheated. Like, this is something
Got the
you
cat
need-
because-
It's
No, I don't know.
I need someone that's home with me. Like, you did something else. There's some other issues. Because also, why don't, like, cats do be know, like, animals do be knowing, like, why doesn't it like you?
Yeah.
Maybe the wife don't like you. Divorce.
That's
my advice.
That's funny.
Divorce.
That's possible. That's possible that, like, if you, like, if the cat has, like, an affinity for one of the, I'm about to call it parents, pet owners, and sees you not misbehaving, but mistreating the other person, it's possible it could build resentment towards you.
It's seeing you fucking that lady in the house, and it's like, okay, bet.
I just don't know why it says I'm losing her because of the cat. I just think you all maybe get an extra animal so it can play with something.
Oh, that's true. Maybe
get another cat,
therapy.
or get a dog that it can bully, because cats be bullying dogs.
They do.
I don't know.
They do. My dog got slapped by a cat on the street, and I was like, hey.
That's alley cat.
Yeah,
because like, you know there was no owner with that cat
at all. My dog was all in his face wagging. I'm like, hey, back up. Bow.
Bow.
Shit.
Pow, pow, pow.
Hey.
I don't know, but no, I mean, I guess if this was my scenario and this is me and my wife, I think it's one of those questions of we got to talk about this cat, and or I think the first thing I'm thinking is the cat spayed? Because I remember our cat being like that. Like, our cat would be like a menace, and I'd be like, we need to go take her, get neutered. But then if the cat is acting up after that, then you need to remove yourself from the cat. That's my thing. If he's talking about, like, every time I pick her up, it hates me, my wife doesn't, like, I don't know why your wife is so offended that the cat doesn't like you. The cat's gonna live its life. Y'all forced it into this home. Like, so
I'm here now. That's my shit.
No, yeah, you just gotta give the cat its space. That's how I feel about any animal. I'm like, I don't know the animal, and the animal don't know me.
And that's why animals will like you. Like, you're treating.
It's like how you come up to babies or kids, and it's like, oh, it's so cute. Little kids be like, ugh, you.
Yo, I hate people that just be trying to pick up every baby or kiss. I didn't slap somebody. Don't put your whore lips on my baby. I don't know where you been. Yeah. But like, kids like me because when they come up, we have a conversation.
You treat them like you don't treat them like they little objects. You treat them like they little people. Like, it's like I like when I see a kid. I don't like when I'm around families and parents who, like, you can see them actively neglecting the kid, but it's like, also I understand they're parents and they probably have spent all their day with that kid, so the kid's all right and they hanging over there. But I am the type of person where I feel like I notice this with, like, little nephews and nieces. Like, I'll see, like, all the adults on one side of the room doing their thing, and then the kids are kind of over there kind of just, like, figuring it out. And I'll just go hang out with the kids because I just be
like, what's up? They usually be doing fun shit, too.
I think kids are more entertaining than adults anyway because they're into the stuff I'm into. Like, I'm like, yo, so anybody played the new Nintendo or anybody on this thing or anybody?
And then whoop their ass in the game. That's
my
love favorite.
That.
Yo, because they be thinking they're good. I'm like,
get out of here, Uncle JD. You don't know anything about Mario Kart.
It's like,
oh, don't I? And then I pull a goddamn controller out of my. You want to battle? Like,
I was waiting for
anime music starts playing. That's how it was when I worked at this one job with these kids at an after-school program because I was their coach. It's actually funny. I ran into one of them yesterday playing basketball. He's tall as shit now. He's like 22, and he noticed me first. He was like, "Coach," and I was like, he's like, "It's me, Kavindu," and I'm like, he's like Indian kid, and I was like, dang, and I looked at him. Because he's the younger brother of these, like, two brothers. Like, it was like a set of kids. And I was like, wait, you're the younger brother, right? I'm like, dang, you're tall as shit. He's like, bro, I'm about to give you that work. Let's hold on.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, but we beat him, though. We beat him. I'm so glad we beat him, too.
That would have been wild.
I tell you one thing. I don't like getting called Unc or OG. I was called OG 5 times yesterday. I was like, wait, I understand you calling me OG.
Oh, when you were playing.
It was like, but it's funny. It's one of them things where it's like, and we're going off, but like I was getting called OG by this one dude on my team, but he looked older than me. So it's like an old looking young dude, and he kept yelling at me because first off, I play basketball where I'm like, 1, as long as I don't get hurt, it's a good day. Yeah. 2, if I get some points, that's a bonus. 3, I have basketball IQ, so I'm going to make the right play. I'm not going to just give you the ball to chuck it up like you think you're Steph Curry. So I guess I am an OG in the way that I think about basketball.
Playing like Wilt Chamberlain.
Sorry. Kobe mindset, Mamba mentality. I'm trying to get the W. And this one dude, he kept calling me. He's like, yeah, we'll get OG. And I was like, OG? I was like, don't call me OG and then let me be in better shape than you. I don't get that part. That's very
vaping.
Hey, yo, OG, you playing or what?
I'm not at that
age
that was
yet.
I'm not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward
But
to.
my
Andy.
thing, I mean, I get it. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just.
You
seeing
got OG energy though.
Yeah.
You like calm. You be chilling.
I'll be chilling.
You got a bang.
I
you know what I mean?
yeah, I got like black and salt and pepper hair.
I think I still look like a little old baby. So I haven't got it yet, but I know it's coming, and I'm not looking forward to it.
You like a return Cabbage Patch.
It's not I got a round face. Stop. I'm 36.
Are you 36 too?
Yeah.
We the same age. But I'm the OG.
It's the hat. I don't know.
No, I got big dad energy with no children.
That's crazy, and I'm over here looking.
Every time somebody pulls up, they be like, "How are your kids, man?" I happens at the comedy clubs all the time. I'm like, "I don't have kids," and they're like, "You ain't got it."
You do look like you be
ain't got no
barbecuing. You
I
got barbecuing.
I got the keychain like
Yo,
a dad.
you're sick.
I got the,
That's nasty. That's nasty.
I got the dad keychain.
With the sanitizer for your children. Like, okay, guys, we're gonna go inside.
Oh no, there it is. My dad keychain with the One Punch Man on it. Back in my day, we would watch good anime. Anonymity.
That was like 8 years ago.
Wait, One Punch Man is still popping. It's still the manga's still going.
That shit hit.
All right. Well, I think that's it with all of our questions. We have audio questions to
hilarious.
answer.
Oh,
We have
okay.
one audio question from a viewer. We'll hear their voice and they'll hear ours. Or later, I guess.
Oh, I was like,
This,
yeah,
that,
got
and
some
third.
good technology.
Yes.
Huh?
Coming up next. Oh, here we go.
So here's my question. How do you inspire yourself to keep going even though you've been pushed over and over again? And in a sense of being pushed, what I mean is like you've worked constantly, you've shown that you can do the work, you've shown that you can put in with the team or just by yourself in general, but then when it's your time or when you think it's your time, your opportunity gets flipped over and you're not given the chance and you're just stuck there for a very long time. How do you go forward with something like that? I've kind of been in that predicament for a little bit.
This is not a question.
And sometimes it is career breaking. Sometimes it makes you want to change from what you're doing, but then again, you don't want to start over again from what you know and what you're good at. You don't want to start basically the grunt work, but sometimes that's how it feels. So that's my question.
God damn.
Chill out.
I was like, wait a minute.
Sound like the boy who was vaping.
Yeah, I'm like, and I had a,
No.
and I want to, because at first it sounded crazy. I was like, what kind of, this is sounding nasty.
I don't know who that is, but thank you for your question. I don't want to shit on you because I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to give you real advice. And
that was a lot. It sounded like he was going, like, whatever happened to him just happened before he left that question.
Your patience was gone. I was watching you and I was like, oh, she ain't got
Yo.
the same level of patience that I got.
No, at all. That ADHD was kicking. I said, where is the question?
Well,
you do got dad energy because you was like, no, it's coming.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Because I was like, well, first off, if they genuinely want some advice, I'm not here to shit on anybody. I'll make fun of you after I give you some gems. But no, I think hearing that just now, they were talking about what do you do when you continue to work for what you think you deserve and then you get knocked down and you kind of get set back to square one is what it sounded like to me.
Which sucks.
Yeah. And they sounded like they were just talking because, at the end of the day, people, I always take it with a grain of salt because people who are, I guess, going to be vulnerable enough to participate in what we're doing, they're regular people.
Yeah.
So I never expect anyone to, like I've done that where it's like I'll open up a Discord chat live on Twitch and then it'll be people and it'll be like, JD, whoa, hold on, I'm sweating. All right, man. So, and then they, and I'm like, it's cool. Like, take your time. Like,
we're here.
I'm just like, I don't care. I get it. I understand the embarrassment and thought process of that. But no, they sounded like they were just, I don't know.
Going through it.
I don't know if they were going through it or that just could be their normal voice. Because that's
really.
Listen, I have a normal voice that I don't use when I'm not on a microphone. And sometimes people are like, oh, you in a bad mood? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm just not giving you any energy.
Oh, your meanie voice?
I guess.
Yeah. We were talking about that before you got
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You could, yeah.
People be thinking you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm like,
deal with it. I've had that happen on productions.
people were telling me before I actually met you.
Really?
They're like, JD, he's mean. He's mean.
Ooh, damn.
A lot of people. And then they were like, oh, you haven't met. He's so mean. And then then I met you, and I was like, well, first, whenever somebody says somebody's mean, I'm like, they're usually not
sensitive.
mean. Well, yeah, like the person's usually not. They just don't like to talk to everybody. So
Oh, yeah,
people assume that they're mean. And I was like, when I first met you, you were like, yeah, what game you playing? And shit. I'm like,
people
you just
don't
didn't wanna talk about
understand
what
that
you wanted to talk about.
entertainers ain't got time to entertain you 24/7.
He didn't tell me a joke.
You dickhead, okay? I hate that. I hate the idea that you think that who I am when I'm performing is who I am when I'm not.
It's like, why weren't you laughing
I'm
in my
just a
face when I
normal
talked to you
person.
at the
Like,
bar?
I've had that happen on multiple projects where like I'll be like, because I have like resting dead face sometimes because I have like a heavy upper eyelid. And I was going to say, I only say that because people when I was younger would say I look like T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. And I'd be like, but then depending on the look, I'd be like, oh, I see
Did
it.
I get too heavy?
No, it's just like this is me like expressive. Oh, look at I'm talking to you. Now if I go just like this, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I have people in my comments on my posts nowadays. They're like, T-Mac does stand up, and I'd be replying with like, yeah, motherfucker, the NBA. I've been out that bitch for 20 years. I need some money. Like, it's so stupid, but
That's so funny.
But no, that's why I'm saying like the way that this person was talking, that just might be who they are, and
His
it's
normal voice.
That's just who they are. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like I'm in couples therapy right now with my wife, and the therapist told me the other day, she was like, I'm getting a lot of energy from her. And then she said, but I'm feeling things, it's just so flat. Things are so flat. And I'm like, yeah, because we're just talking and I don't want to give too much energy and have it be misinterpreted. Hence why we here right now, because sometimes my energy can get misconstrued. So I'm just going to give you what I feel like is neutral, monotone conversation.
No inflections.
She over there like, something wrong with him. He dead inside. And maybe I am. Let me be dead. Damn.
I have the opposite problem because I'm so
Yeah, you got too much energy.
But
I would have never said hi to you.
Really?
Outside. I'm not the type of person I do that. I'm not, you know what it is? I'm
That's
also
so
not, I'm not, like, you know what it is? Some people are extroverts, introverts. I'm an introvert who works in an extroverted field. I don't go up to people. I be at functions. I be at soirees. What do you call it? Networking joints. I don't not want to talk to you. I do not like starting. I don't like being the initiator.
Conversation.
Unless it like really makes sense or I hear something makes sense. 'Cause I think a part of me is afraid to sound stupid sometimes. So there's that. Yeah, I know.
I'm an extrovert, introvert. I don't really like people, but because I'm so. Everybody comes up and talks to me, and I'm like, I really don't want to talk to you. Yeah. But now we're talking, so let's talk. Yeah. But I'm kind of a bitch, and I'm kind of mean. But because I'm like,
obviously you ain't that mean. They're not talking about you behind their back. Damn.
Oh yeah, they were.
I think it's just, especially if it's more of a professional setting, I'm probably annoyingly professional and boring.
People want, like you said, they want you to turn it on.
They want you to be what you are online, and I am that to a degree. Like I'm not rude or not personable.
I like you.
But I'm just like, you know what it is? Because I have friends. It's like if you know me, then you get me. If you know me, you get that version of me.
Yeah.
If you don't know me, you're gonna get a version of me that's probably a little bit more standoffish. I'm not going.
I don't know you. We're not actual friends.
Yeah.
We don't know each other personally.
Yeah.
I mean, we started this with you telling I don't care. What did you say to me? You said, I don't care about your opinion.
When did I say that?
At the beginning of this podcast.
Are you talking about this podcast? Wait, just now with you?
Earlier, yeah. When I was like, I don't like how you said, what did he say?
Oh, you said I don't like
howdy ho, and you were like, I don't care.
Oh, that's the real me.
But it's like, but like if I didn't know you enough to know, like, okay, you joking, I could see how that could hurt somebody's feelings.
Well, it should if you told me you don't like my hidey hoes. The fuck?
It didn't hurt my feelings.
I
hated
if you
your
don't know
hidey-ho.
me and say that, I'm fucking you up. What are you talking about? No, but yeah, no, that
But it
person
makes sense.
just now with that. I guess what are your thoughts on?
I
You gotta just.
once I heard the once I understood the actual question,
Yeah.
yeah, that's hard and that's a lot. Like to be working hard at something just for them to be like, we don't like you. I don't know what filth they're in, but I've had like 100 jobs.
Also they're talking because they kind of said, what do you do when you like get knocked down?
Yeah.
And then feel like you have to start from square one. I'll be honest
Just
with
gotta
you.
do it.
Yeah.
That's
that's it. You do have to just do it. Also, you might be asking the wrong people because our job is rejection. That's
every day, and it'll be something that like they're like, oh, we love you, you got it, and then the next day they'll be like, no, you don't.
Every day.
Also,
Just in the fact that our job is putting ourselves out there to be rejected, whether it's by people, the algorithm, inquiry, this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, your own fans.
Yo, somebody called me an ugly bitch this morning. Like at 4 this morning. Somebody was like, you are such a unfunny ugly bitch. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
And they be following you.
Yo, and they did. Because I'll check. And they've commented on other stuff. So it'll just be like shit like that. Like, you just kind of start to get numb to it because what's the alternative? You don't do it.
Yeah.
Like now you're just not.
I like this more than I hate what you said to me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Yeah, and people have said worse.
Keep feeling how you feel.
Yo,
I get the your dad's rolling in his grave comments.
People say that to you?
You think people are incapable of talking about someone's dead father?
Okay,
I welcome it. My dad would have said the same thing. He'd have been like, "Hey boy, getting in your ass, like, oh, roast your ass." No, we used to clown each other on that because he would be like, there was like a video. Bro, that's just how it is. Just how it is. Give a fuck what you think. Got time to worry about that.
It was you hopping in the voice.
That's
so
how he
quick.
sounds. I gotta do it the way I remember hearing
That's
it.
crazy.
Because I remember there was a video. I remember there was a video on World Star.
From beyond the grave was crazy. They give me your ass.
Yeah.
What?
Oh well, my dad. You know what my dad would say?
Oh,
if you
shit.
ever got sensitive about
God.
anything, he would tell me, especially on days where I'm like, well, Dad, I didn't like what you said to me. Oh, JD, what you doing? You gonna go over there and cry like a little bitch? That's what he would say. And I'd be like, hey, man, it's like a serious conversation. Oh, he'd call my brother in the room, be like, start clowning. Alex. I don't know why he said it like that. He would say like, Alex, come listen to your brother crying like a little bitch. And I'd be like, you know what? If I got to deal with this with my own dad, I can't worry about what some random person says to me.
Life is life.
Yeah.
My dad was he was a college professor or whatever, but he also was like a casting director.
Oh, wow.
So he was, how casting, they are very blunt. So I kind of grew up in the same thing. It wasn't that bad. But he definitely, I was in the car one time and my sister was singing and my dad was like, do you think you have like the vocal range to be a lead singer? Because I don't. It'll be like,
can I just sing?
She's like 9. So it's shit like that. I'm like, yeah. Like,
that's funny as hell.
My sister told me one time, I had took some pictures. I was in like 10th grade. And I had, old school. You go to the mall and get the pictures. And my sister was like, I'm so happy you look pretty in these pictures because me and Daddy thought you were going to be ugly. And I was like, what? So y'all just fucking having these conversations? Like, what is it? So, like, yeah, when you grow up in that kind of thing, yeah, the shit y'all are saying doesn't. These are people that loved us. Like,
so that means that their Instagram account. Yeah. Hey, you are one unfunny ugly bitch. Dad, you like that one? No, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I remember my dad. He had some video of him that was on social media go viral, and it was on World Star. And he loved reading the comments on World Star because he loved how toxic they were. He would be like. He'd be like, JD, look at what they saying about me. He'd be like, he said his favorite one was, somebody need to go take this old M-word outside and hang him by a tree. Oh! That's what he said. And he started laughing. And I'd be like, Dad, this is this. I'd be like sitting over his shoulder like, this is disturbing. What's happening? He would, people like, it's funny because it's like people have an idea of him and of me. Mm-hmm. And it's just one of them things where it's like, you get to know us and it's like we just dark fucked up people. I'm not mean, or if you know what, I'm blunt and honest, and I don't hear the way I sound is what my wife tells me. Mm-hmm. So there's times where it's like maybe I say a response and I'm putting words to mouth before thought, and it comes out in a way where I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to say it like that. That's kind of fucked up.
I think too, people read fake like you don't. your face isn't super expressive, so you look angry.
So the moment,
It's like,
well, what you just said, I was working on 2 shows. One show, I'm the host of the show. We're in between rehearsals, and I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting for rehearsal to start, and I'm getting a buzz in my ear from the producer, and they're like, "Hey, JD, is everything okay?" and I'm like in just sitting there waiting, and I'm looking dead in the face. They got me in some weird costume. I'm getting ready to go, and they're like, "JD, just wanted to check in. Breaker, everything good?" And it's like this older white dude who's been working in entertainment as a producer for years, and I'm like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, we good. What's wrong?" And then they're like, "Oh, nothing, man. We just saw you on the monitors. We're just checking in." And I was like, "Oh no, man. I'm just not giving you any energy until it's action."
yeah, I'm
And then they were like,
this.
"Oh, got it." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, because like, what do you want from me? Are my
Like, you're
eyebrows
supposed to be sitting there like,
Well, yeah, that's what they. Because I think they think, and I get it. I think there's just a misconception that you just forget that entertainers are normal people.
like I'm a human being. I don't want to just
who entertain. Yeah, like I entertain when with lights, camera, action, go. I'm not doing it in between. Who the fuck is that for? Like who? You know who do that? Who does that a lot is like improvers do that. I have friends who are improv, and for some reason they're always on.
They just be doing it. They be
Yeah. Sometimes comedians are always on with their jokes. They always want to crack.
don't bit me.
Yeah.
I fucking hold on. This just happened, so I'm sorry. I got
Go
people.
for it.
This happened like this weekend. I got a friend. We've been cool like 15 years, and he be doing it, and that shit be pissed. He was doing it in a fucking car, and I wanted to slap the shit out of it because we were just having a conversation.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "But what if you said that instead? What if you did that instead?" I'm like, "I'm finna push you out this motherfucker while you're driving." Like, shut the fuck.
Also, it's like, I'm not going to give you an opportunity.
I'm not doing it.
Save this for when an agent's randomly around us.
I have nothing to give. I'm
Yeah.
poor. I have no networking, nothing. Like, shut the fuck up. It really, I hate.
I think I understand.
just happened.
I understand that energy when you're in those worlds. Like
Yeah.
if I'm at the comedy club, sure. I mean, we could joke with each other, mess around, this, that, and the
Fine.
third, or at least that's what I think we can do. I know better than to mess with joke with comedians anymore.
They like to roast and they be taking it too far. And
no, they be too sensitive. That's my problem. I don't care what you say to me. I might say something to you that might hit a chord that's real, and I didn't realize that. Oh, we can't.
I thought we were joking.
I thought it was bits, and now it's like, hey,
Not bits.
why are you talking to me like that? And I'm like, what the?
I thought we were doing. That's why I don't even do it.
No, I know not to do it anymore because
Did you get into it with somebody?
huh?
You got into it with somebody?
I didn't get into anything. I thought I was playfully joking along because the group was joking with me, and I was the butt of the joke. The moment I flipped it, one of them was like, "The fuck are we talking about?" And I was like, "Oh,
I thought this is what we were doing.
I thought that's what."
But that's what happens when you're the meaner one. You can't, as the meanie, you can't do the thing with great power.
I guess I remember another time I didn't get banned, but it's one of them things where I don't go to this like little club anymore because it's like the dude who runs it books it. He's the booker because it's his place. But he was upset that I wanted to film my set. He has a camera and he films it too. But I was like, oh yeah, I was just gonna get another angle because also I wanted my footage like immediately. I don't want to wait like 2 weeks for you to send it to me. And I have better equipment than him anyway. So I was like, what do you mean? At the end of the day, it's a win-win for you. I'm going to post my clip and tag your establishment where you get more promotion. There's nothing to lose. But he wasn't into that. And he's kind of like a Napoleon complex having type of dude. And not to judge him, but it was just one of those things where I'm thinking, because at a certain point he started like, I had to ask him. I was like, hey, bro, I'm tripping. Is there someone who's above you in this business? Or is it your business? Because he was like kind of teetering on like the edge. Yeah. I'm like, is it a no or what? And he was like, you know what? It is, JD. Sorry, it's a no. And he started like talking down to me like he was like my parent. He's like, no, and I won't let it happen in this. And I was like, okay.
I'll just
like,
take the no.
Now I would have taken just the no, but here's my little smart ass, I guess. I said, hey, whoa, all right, bro. I was like, you really getting into being a booker, huh? I'm just messing with you. You obviously still a comic, but I'm also thinking it from the perspective of you should be stand-ups first, because we are the ones getting screwed in our own business. And same with actors, same with this. We're the ones who are always putting ourselves out there to get the last check on the billing. I'm thinking you're a comic who made a club for comics, so you should be pro comic. So let me film my little shit and put it up online, get 200,000 views, and people come buy tickets. Mm-hmm. He told me no. I said, all right, I guess you're being a booker. So I
did
know.
Did you do the elbow? I
think I did. I think I did. I think I hit him with the elbow because I was like, who you talking to? Like, you trying to talk to me like you're my dad or something. And then I walked back to the car, dropped off my stuff in the car.
Wait, was he short? He was short.
He was short king, so he also got hit with that. So
you didn't do this. You did.
I did it, yeah. damn near gave him a noogie. And then, come here, little guy. Put him in the thing. But I put my shit in the car, but it fucked up my head. And it was like, no disrespect. It's like this room maybe packs 40 people. Mm-hmm. Damn near a glorified open mic. Because at this point, I don't give a shit about him or his little dumbass building. You know why I don't care? Because I was nice enough to have the emotional capacity to apologize to him. Oh. After he dodged me for like a month. He didn't respond to any of my messages. Oh, damn. And then I sent him a message where I told him, hey, I ran into a mutual friend and I was like, I want that tape of me that you filmed. Can I get my footage? He never gave it to me. And it's one of the things where I was like, I'll just come get it. I was like, I'm just pull up. Because now you playing with me.
I think I'm pussy.
Yeah. So I said I'm gonna pull up, and then he finally responds like 3 months later, and he gives me this whole like Batman origin story on why I was like mean to him, and he talks about like other things that happened that I'm not aware of. So maybe I am mean. I wasn't trying to be mean. But you know what it is? It's just one of the things where it's like, I don't like being in this industry, or specifically as a stand-up. I don't like stand-ups who can't take no joke.
Yeah, then what are we doing?
And I'm not saying it from the perspective of like a person, the crowd. If they disrespect you, fuck them. You can flame an audience member because they not one of us. Mm-hmm. But a comic, just, you know that we not serious. We should all have that mindset that this is we just playing. Mm-hmm. Now I understand if you take it a little too far, or you act a little too. If you act stuff. A little, if you go off the handle, or maybe you do it too much. That's one thing. I can just avoid a person like that. But like, I don't know why I thought that, you know what it is? I forget at the end of the day, before they're stand-up, they're human.
Yeah, we people.
We people. And depending on the type of people, it could be that, you're a person who is like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't put up with no guff. I have no idea. I don't care. Guff? I guess, and also I just grew up around a person who my dad didn't give a fuck how I felt. And he was a comedian, so I'm looking at it like, oh, well, this is just how they act. Mm-hmm. This is just how they be. And I think I realized at a certain point, I'm like, not everyone's like this.
No, some people
are shy.
I had an issue with one. So people were telling people I was a bitch too. So like, I get the behind your back. You like I was so much, but I'm not. Well, I am also like blunt, but it's.
He said, "Not like you, though."
Not like you. But no, I had an issue where I didn't talk to a comedian for like 4 years because he said some weird shit to me. We were like at a club. We were outside of the club. I had never met him before. It's a whole other story before, but
that's weird. Yeah, I get that. That's fine.
And he had said something about like how he was gonna follow me. This is a black dude. He was like, "Yeah, I saw you online before, and I was gonna follow you, but you were like too dark, so I didn't follow you."
No, that's valid. And I was that's super valid.
I was like, that's fucking weird. And then it was what made it worse was like a white dude had to be like, what does that matter? I'm like, why is this white person having to tell you about colorism, black man? So like I did not talk to him for like 4 years.
But you don't even know him. So
I did not know him. He was so weird. But we would like be in like the same room. I was being a bitch though, because he would be like right here.
After that comment, you can be weird.
I'm like, that was
and
strange.
Rude. That's
a
strange
because
that's not a joke. That's a real
Why would
thing
you
he
say
felt.
That?
Yeah, that's a weird. Yeah,
and
that's
so,
not the same.
Yeah, another comedian had to like come between. Like she was like, he's sorry. He's been wanting to apologize for like 3 years, but he's like scared to apologize. I'm like, what a bitch. So you can say that weird ass comment, but you're scared.
You should have said, let me fight him.
I have fought a comedian.
I feel like you could throw hands.
I slap box. That's a whole other story. I slap box with a comedian because his girlfriend was being weird to me. She thought I was trying to fuck him, which I was not. Hey. And I saw him at a club. He was talking crazy to me online, like trying to show his girlfriend like, no, I'll talk to this bitch weird. Whatever the fuck. It was a long story.
That's weird.
But long story short, I seen him at a club and he was like, you know what I was trying to do? I was just trying to get my girl off my back. And I was like, hey, you need to get your bitch under control.
Also, don't use me as some sort. I'm not supposed to be. Yeah.
What the fuck? And he was like, you talk like you want to fight. And I was like, y'all beat your ass right now. So we went
you talk like you want to fight.
Yo.
You talk like you've beaten women. What are you saying to me right now? That's a crazy statement.
So let's go. And so we went to the back room. This is a secret group in Houston. We went to the back room, and you know Keisha Hunt
No.
in Texas? She's a little short. She just like real yippy. She's like, hi, referee. And we went to the back. And I beat his fucking ass.
Good.
I had on heels too. I pop. So he was light skinned, so we went back into the club. He got red marks all over his face. And I think his bitch broke up with him. But that's not the point.
Good.
Either way, at the end of the day, we're people. And I think that people forget that. What was the initial question? How do you
all
push
I know is that
past?
I ain't never fought nobody over no jokes.
Hey.
I've been
And you
approached like they
shouldn't.
wanted to fight, but I'm like, hey guys, relax.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of these people are also pussy. And so that's what you got to remember, person that asked the question.
Yeah.
People be pussy. So just do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
Push past it.
And keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end of the day, their question was like, how do you keep going? You just have to.
You just do it.
Because at the end of the day, I said that 4 times, but what is
At
the
the end of the day, they
alternative?
gonna win.
Yeah, that's that we're going to rename the show to the end of the day. No. Damn, I want to say it again.
At the end of the day.
No. What is the alternative to you stop? Like, the alternative is you quit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you can't, well, you can. You can quit, but you got to be comfortable quitting.
Yeah, if that's what you want to actually do.
If you want to quit, be mindful that you know exactly what happens when you quit. You have no idea what happens if you keep pushing forward.
Ooh, hey, come on,
know,
bars.
hey.
Hit him with the bars.
They got stole that.
Yeah. I mean, but also like the whole starting over, you're not really starting over because you have the knowledge that you gained from whatever the thing.
Yeah.
So you're going to be better than it. It sounds cliche, but that's literally it.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of anime. You do too. You
of
already know.
course.
It's just
Yeah.
like,
And if
this
you
is you can do it.
listen,
Power up and do it.
Dete Bayo, my ninja way. No, but no, yeah. Also, I don't know if you're working like corporate, then yeah, maybe it does feel like you're restarting. Maybe take some time and start your own thing in the background.
Yeah, get a hobby. Get
a hobby, get a side hustle. Learn whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you can teach it to 10 people, and then you get $100 per person. Next thing you know, you got $1,000. No,
so then I get 3 people.
not if they really want to learn it.
But it was just how you said, and they get 10 people.
You get 10 more
then
people.
They get 10 people. But yeah, it's like, what's it, Skillshare, all of that, like make.
That's a pyramid scheme, and we pay
Is
for it.
Skillshare?
Fiverr, they're all pyramid schemes.
How?
I don't know. They selling something that we could have done ourselves.
I mean, that's everything.
Shoot, ChatGPT got me thinking I'm what's the name? Miyazaki right now.
You drawing stuff on there?
No, I'll be telling it what to draw for me because I'm not doing that work. I'm lazy and I'm gonna steal your work, sir. No, I'm just kidding. I actually know how to draw. I used to want to go to art school. That was I used to be in art school. I used to do that was my thing before I accidentally got funny.
The trauma made you funny. But yeah, do you still draw?
I should.
You should draw.
Someone asked me a question about that, and we're going too far off into the depths. But someone asked me that the other day because I posted. Dang, where's my phone? Someone asked me that the other day. It's over there.
I got so many devices.
You guys get a bonus question real quick.
Yay.
This episode's too long, and this 4K footage is gonna be hard as hell to edit. I apologize.
Fuck it.
Where is it? No, someone said, do you still draw? How do you slowly get back into drawing? I'll be honest, I don't draw as much anymore, and I was nice. Like I thought I was gonna be an animator and or what's it called, but you get back into it by doing it, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Start slowly.
And just sucking. Like, I mean, you'll have the muscle memory to still know how to draw, and still kind of like it's answering the same question. You just got to get back into it. So pull yourself back up from your bootstraps.
And be okay with sucking is really
you win
good.
some, you lose some, but you win to fight another day. Whatever my dad said on Friday. Brother, you win some, you lose some, but you win to fight another day. You know what's funny about him being in Friday is nothing about him says South Central Los Angeles. I love that, because Ice Cube's the only person from LA in that movie.
You could tell.
And it's just, it's just so funny. It's like you get a dude from Detroit, you get, what's the name from Atlanta, or Chris Tucker. Hey, man. No one in LA sounds like that. Hey, man. I thought that was so funny. Nobody's questioning these characters. It's just like, they black, they in the hood. We got
good
it.
movie.
Good movie. They just got, what's it called? You just got the opportunity to
So they are doing
do the 4th one or something. I'm not involved. I think it's just funny because people assume your dad was in it, so you must be. I'm like, I was never attached to any of these projects. But if Q wants to give me a job, I'll come in there and not be my dad though, because I've had someone at a comedy club
to want you to
tell me, because I did a joke about him after the show. He's like, man, they got you for Friday, man. And I was like, excuse me? He was like, they got to get you in the new one. And you like, and this is way like 2 years ago or a year ago. He's like, you don't put you in the makeup. And I was like,
they wanted you to do blackface?
no, no, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I see why people don't like you. You dumb. But,
Would you not?
No. They wanted me to do prosthetic makeup. Like, what's it called? Like, I guess.
That's blackface.
But I'm already black. My
But a
dad's black.
blacker
No,
face.
it's like how Eddie Murphy does Nutty Professor. Like, some dude kind of said, you could be your dad in a remake.
In a prosthetic mask.
And they'll old you up type of thing.
I'm not dumb.
I'm mean. You dumb and I'm
Mean as hell. That should be the name of the podcast.
But that shit was so funny. Hey, that's silly. But no, I remember looking at him and I was like, oh.
That's weird.
I was like, oh, sir. I am not going to parade around like my dead father.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would not want to.
That is so creepy.
I would not want to do that.
Also, I'm just like, I will never be as much of a fan of someone as you are of him. Because you would literally want that? Why would anyone want that?
That would be weird.
But people want their entertainment.
That's so creepy.
They be wanting it. They be like, oh, man, what's his name died? The chat GPT could put him in the movie now.
Make him a hologram.
Come on now,
Like
bring
they
him
did
back.
Tupac.
Why don't you? Yeah, literally. They got dudes who look like Tupac out there now. I remember I was in an
doing that
acting
movie.
class with one of them.
Was he in that movie?
Not the Tupac movie. That guy, he's a good clone. And then there's the other one. He was in like the TV series, it's like a limited series. There was like a Biggie Smalls and Tupac beef movie. It's on FX. I don't know, but he was in my acting class. And I remember my mom forced him to come to my birthday, and I was like, don't invite your acting friends to my He's a good guy. Nothing against him. It was my mom. I was like, dude, it was like, what are you doing? No, like it's just like friends and family. He's a friend. That's how my mom would do it. She'll try to gaslight you. You know him.
Yo, buddies,
don't know
talk
nothing
all the
about it.
time.
I was like, all I know is what he did until 1996. I got nothing after. I don't know this guy like that. I don't know. We're going off on a tangent though, man. Hey, chase your dreams. Don't quit. Hopefully this answered your question. Shout out to Roxxy Haze for coming and bringing in that knowledge and and insight and motherly advice.
Oh yeah.
And don't beat your kids. She sounded like she beat her kid. I'm
don't.
joking.
I'm swole.
I don't. CPS, wait. Like a cartoon. No. That's it. I think that's the end. I don't know if I have an outro for this. You guys, please send us more questions on the next episode of Unlicensed Advice. We will talk more about your silly things. And send us voicemails. The number will be somewhere in the description. I don't know it off the top of my head. You'll go find it. It's on the link tree, baby.